Oh man, that was a hard-earned bird there.
Alright folks, welcome back. We had to get out and do something. It's such a beautiful day that we decided it's a little bit of range time. So Kyle and I are going to do something a little bit different because there's a million pattern videos out there. I've already made one as well. Then we're going to look and see what kind of penetration as well as a pattern, because we got a steel barrel out here. So we're going to shoot through the pattern. We're going to see what we get on paper, but then we're going to take a look at penetration because I'm just kind of curious, you know?
Yeah, definitely. And it's always good idea to, you know, pattern your shotgun anyways.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea too.
Confidence booster.
Things change. For me, I've noticed changes even when I lost weight. My face got thinner at one point in time, so it changed my pattern.
I don't have to worry about that.
So we both have 535s. Yep. Yours is the Tactical Turkey by Mossberg, right?
Tactical Turkey, yep.
And so it's got the collapsible stock. Mine is a more solid one. It has shims that you can add to it if you need to adjust the reach on it. But it's set up perfectly for me. I never shoot more than a 3-inch shell. You?
No.
Now I've patterned.
No reason to.
Yeah, I've patterned 3.5s, and honestly, I didn't see any big difference other than the fact that you're throwing a lot more out there, costs more money, and honestly, the patterns weren't quite as good. And
well,
you just don't need it.
Yeah, I'm not a glutton for punishment, so there's, you know.
Yep. So shooting a Mossberg's 535. You have a Carlson choke, right?
I do. Carlson choke, yep.
And of course I'm using the Pattern Master Code Black. I love this thing. It is a .665, at least on their turkey choke they do. Yeah. And so today's not about doing a full range of testing because I've already done that in the past. There's a video you can go and look at, and we'll talk a little bit more as we go. But what I'm curious about is just to see what TSS does. And so we got Apex GT3 3-inch 2¼ ounce. All right, so the 2¼ ounce really puts a punch out there.
Yeah.
When you go to 2¼ ounce, it's just really, I would say it's a violent shot. But not because the shell has an issue, it's because of what we're shooting for guns. I mean, we have true turkey guns that are really, they're short, they're lighter. With this kind of action as well, it's punishing to shoot this. And it tended to actually throw my shot off a little bit. I have no issue with the company. I love the way the shell's designed. I love the way it holds together. And it's fantastic ammunition. What I really want to see is what kind of penetration do we get on a piece of steel with TSS. So I got number 9 and I got number 8 in the Apex GT3 they're going to throw out there and see what it does in steel. But for me and my gun, I'd have to go to a lesser ounce. 1 3/4 is perfect for these guns. 1 3/4 is, I wouldn't go any more than that. 2 ounces is even pushing it as far as the load is concerned. It tends to make you pull off. I don't care how much you weld yourself to the gun. For me personally, I had a problem with it.
Yep.
Just didn't work.
Yep. And louder.
Oh yeah, loud as heck. And what's really cool is when it's dark. This stuff is like a flamethrower at the barrel. We were amazed in the morning on that one shot last year with that big strutter. I was like, did you see the flame come out?
It made me flinch a little bit because when that came out, it shocked me.
He was filming. It was intense. So I'm gonna shoot this again. I'm gonna punish myself a little bit more, get some bruises, and I'm gonna throw the Longbeard XR out there, and I might throw some 3rd degree as well, and just see what it does. We just want to see what happens to the pattern with the steel as well. But I am definitely going to be using the Code Black. This is the one I'm going with.
Well, like I said,
Pattern Master rocks.
I love.
Look at the bling. Bling. This is bling.
Yeah, yours is definitely prettier.
There's some serious bling on this choke.
It's definitely prettier.
Not just pattern, but bling. But I mean, the Pattern Master looks good, and so does the Carlson's. It's a cool looking choke, but
my biggest thing is just do what you're confident in. You know,
we might be able to change your mind then, because you got one too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. I'll definitely give it a shot.
He didn't know he had one.
I did not.
He does.
Well, thank you.
He does now. So we're gonna throw some lead out there. Now he's got to compare the two.
Yeah.
I don't know, Pattern Master. He might not get a hat.
Hey, I'll tell it how it is. Full honesty.
Full honesty.
All right, we pulled out the rangefinder, 30 yards. I got Federal TSS number 9. Looking through the bush now, hopefully see a red dot. And we're gonna see what I got the Carlson choke on this one, and gonna see what happens.
All right, here we go. Make it happen. Well, let's check it. We'll see what Carlson's did, and then we'll try the code black.
Oh yeah.
Go.
So, pattern's a little right, but I was aiming right here, so it might be off about an inch. I tend to go farther this way just because, you know, the bird's going this way, so I figured if they walk a little bit forgiveness. But either way, still a dead bird.
Yeah, very dead bird. Yeah, you can tell the pattern pulled to the right.
Yep.
Could be your red dot off.
Could be because last time, same thing. Who knows? It could be the choke.
Could be the choke. All right.
We'll try the pattern master, see what happens.
All right, now we're going to throw the pattern master around. We're going to go back to the 30-yard mark and see what changes.
Yeah.
All right, switching over. Time for some bling.
I got to give it that. It is prettier.
Well, not only does it look good, it actually works good. So, oh my gosh, look at that. What a fine piece of surgical machinery.
All right.
For those who are watching that are from the local area, we're in a zone called Fish Trap. Fish Trap exit. There's lots of good shooting here. Clean up your junk when you're done, please, people.
Yeah, please.
So that we can continue to shoot here.
All right. Again, 30 yards. Federal TSS number 9. Pattern master choke.
Code black attack.
There we go.
Take your time. Don't choke.
Where's my dot?
All right. Let's go find out. Go.
Well,
What do you think?
I think I became a fan. Definitely more forgiving, and it might. I mean, it more on the right still than on the left.
Not much.
Nope, but I did, you know, right here. But
Yeah,
definitely more forgiving.
When we get in closer, you can see that pattern is nicely evenly spaced, though.
Well, and at that 30 yards, it's still not super open. It's still not. It's not super tight.
Right.
But it's almost at that perfect happy medium. Because yeah, there's, you know.
You're still a hair to the right, but nothing like you were.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Nope. But I don't think enough to adjust it, because either way, it's a dead bird.
Oh, big time. Actually, this brought it back over to the left a little better.
Yeah, yep, definitely did that. I'm super confident with it.
We just made a believer.
Almost more so. I'm actually shocked, to be honest with you, because I didn't. I mean, I knew it was good. I've seen John's,
and it's not loose. It's still a good tight pattern, but it's not. You know, it's just a little more forgiving, better spaced out. Overall, that's what I noticed.
Well, and the main thing I was concerned with is I like tight patterns.
Even at 40, if you're concerned, just aim at the eye instead of the neck.
Yep. Just go. I mean, if you look, I mean, I was right there, and there's not that much right here.
No.
And you can just farther out, go a little bit higher. It would have been nothing.
Yeah, no, it looks good. You can see all the different.
Yeah.
That's at 30.
I'm impressed.
TSS number 9.
I do like that.
Another code black believer.
Yeah. I like that. I really do.
All right. First shot, Longbeard XR, number 6. Shooting into steel. Let's see what happens. It's a good looking pattern. Well, I know exactly where I was aiming, and I did it on purpose just because I was curious. I aimed right here at the bottom of the wattles. So if I brought it up a little better, that's a good pattern.
Yeah.
So we're out at 30 yards. Obviously, if I brought it up a little bit more, that's good. But for a bird that's walking and ducking, you know, this is why I always tell people, aim at the wattles, float the head, knock them dead. So the real question is, what did it do to steel? There you go. Longbeard XR. It made a nice dent. I would say, man, that's pretty darn good, right?
Yeah.
What do you think? What's TSS gonna do? That's gonna be the question. Is it that much more tough? Pattern-wise, you can see we got some flyers out here, flyers out to the sides, a couple flyers down below, but overall, pretty nice. Run the snake through the choke and do it again. All right, Apex GT3, a beautiful shell, 2 1/4 ounce. Oh, Punisher. Into steel. Let's see what happens.
That sounded solid.
That stuff is something else. All right, let's see what happened. I'm trying to see if I can get my head back on. All right, here we are, and this is exactly what I expected to see happen. This is what happened to me last year. Like I said before, 2 1/4 ounce in that gun. I don't care whose it is. It's not Apex fault. It just is what it is. This stuff always pulls to the right and tends to pull down. And I could show targets I shot last year, because I did go out and pattern it before I went hunting with it. But I just wanted to see one more time what would happen, because I aimed right here and purposely knowing where this circle is. And I squeezed it nice and gentle, and this is just where it goes. It's down to the right. Sometimes it's just to the right, but it's always to the right. So I hunted with it last year, did fine except for the one bird I messed up with. I just made sure that I always aimed a little bit to the left. You could compensate, but it just doesn't work for that lightweight of a gun. They have a different ounce load that would be much better, and then they have their custom shop, and that's what I'm working on, is just doing a custom shop. I just need a 1 3/4 ounce. Great stuff. I mean, look at this. It's a great pattern. There's no way around it. I mean, I have no complaints with the pattern. It's fantastic, 30 yards. But what did it do to steel? I don't know. Let's take a peek. Oh, man. Okay. There's actually almost complete holes in this. There's a difference with TSS. Look at this thing is beat up, man. It is close to being all the way through, but look at the dents in it. Look how deep the dents are in comparison. Let's look at the other side real quick. Well, let's take a peek one more time. Here it is. I mean, this is still pretty good. There's some pretty good dents in that. Obviously more than enough to kill a bird, but I can say there's no way around the fact that look at how bent in that steel is on that one. You get the reflection just right on this side, and it's nicely dented, but over here it is beat up hard. And we got one going right through, right there. That's all the way through. Most of them are almost all the way through. Pretty darn close to it at 30 yards. TSS is some hard hitting stuff, and that's number 8 compared to number 6. That's a reasonable comparison, I'd say. TSS, you know, it's hard hitting stuff. The further out it goes, it's still hitting hard too. If you had an autoloader or a heavier gun, a gun with different kind of action than what we're using, it'd be fantastic. But I'm not going to try to adjust my sights to this. No need to. Good enough for me. It's what I need to know. All right, one more. We're going to do a number 9 this time. That was pretty impressive what it did to the steel, so we're kind of curious of what the 9's going to do. And since I know I probably not going to hunt with them, we'll throw it down there. Apex number 9, 2 1/4 ounce, more punishment. That's a dead bird.
Man, you could just feel that in your chest.
I know, it's intense. I mean, the shells are epic. When you shoot them, they're epic. I mean, wow. Wow everywhere. It's like instant headache. 2 1/4 ounce is way too much for a lightweight gun like that. All right, here's the truth of the matter. Just like before, I mean, honestly, this time I pulled my aim point up a little higher, and my aim point was literally right here. And here's center mass. It's right there. Now, I could easily adjust the windage on my sights. I have that ability, but it's just not necessary because I know I can go with the Federal 1 3/4 load, or even if I find a 1 1/2 ounce load or have a custom one made, which is more than enough. But to shoot 2 1/4 is just not necessary. It's violent in that gun. Again. And here's the other one. Bring it up next to it. Here it is. This one I aimed dead on it. And it still ended up being down here. I tried to adjust for it this time intentionally, but honestly, I would have to have aimed up here or over here to bring this into the center, or adjust for the windage. But man, look at number 9, how tight that is. And again, this is crazy. Look what it did to the steel barrel. This is an industrial steel barrel. This is not like some lightweight flimsy stuff. This thing is hard and heavy. There's just so much more mass in the number 9 TSS. So many more BBs. It flattened out the whole wall. It's just crazy how hard hitting. And the other fun thing that we noticed afterwards when we were over here, the TSS, when it hits, it falls straight down and all on the bottom of the barrel. If you look here, look, there's just BBs everywhere in the grass, straight down along the barrel. So, and they're perfectly formed. They're perfectly formed, nice and round. And then we went looking for the other stuff. And here it is. This was what was the first round? Winchester, right?
Oh, it's Winchester XR, yep.
Winchester XR. I just want to get this in the shot here, if I can get the stuff to stay near it. Just flattened out, and we found it everywhere in the grass, further out from the barrel. And you can see the copper on one side. It's probably nickel on the other, I believe. And as hard as it hit, but it just took off. It's everywhere. And then the TSS hits, and is perfectly formed. There's no deformation in the BB whatsoever. They roll nicely. That's some serious penetration right through and out the other side, no issues. Even if you hit bone, I haven't had TSS stuck in a bone anywhere, but I've had heavy shot and other items, including the 3rd degree. I've had it stuck in the bone of a turkey's leg and other places here and there from those flyaways and stuff. This TSS is so hard hitting. It's crazy. So I'm a believer in TSS. It's expensive. Do you need it to kill a turkey? No. But man, I think it ups your odds a little bit. There you go. That was our fun day. Shooting into steel, checking penetration. Every man needs to check penetration. It's important. All right. Had to say it.